To truly understand a wild stallion fight, we first need to understand the life of a stallion. Unlike mares, who focus on guiding the herd and raising foals, the stallion's role is one of constant vigilance and defense. He is the guardian, the protector, and the challenger, all at once. A stallion's life is built around his herd. If he is strong and experienced, he may command a band of mares and foals, leading them to water, grazing grounds, and safety. But his leadership is never guaranteed. Every day, he faces threats, predators in the distance, rival stallions prowling at the edges, or even younger males within his group testing his authority. His position is temporary. At any moment, a challenger could appear, forcing him to defend everything he has built. For the stallion, the herd is more than companionship. It is his legacy, his bloodline, and his very purpose. Without it, he is just another bachelor on the outskirts, waiting, watching, and preparing for his chance to rise. This relentless struggle for survival and dominance defines the wild stallion's life, and it sets the stage for the battles that erupt in dust and fury. A stallion does not fight without reason. Each battle begins with a trigger, a spark that ignites instinct and unleashes raw power. One of the most common causes is the arrival of a bachelor stallion. These are younger or defeated males who live on the outskirts, forming loose bachelor bands. They bide their time, growing stronger, waiting for the perfect chance to challenge a herd stallion for his mares. Territory is another flashpoint. Access to water and grazing grounds can mean life or death in the wild. When two stallions' ranges overlap, conflict is almost inevitable. Each believes the land is his right to defend, and neither is willing to back down. But the most powerful trigger of all is the presence of mares. They represent survival, legacy, and the continuation of bloodlines. To a stallion, losing mares means losing everything he has fought to protect. To a challenger, winning them means stepping into power. These moments of tension build slowly at first, a distant stare, a circling step, a piercing whinny. But soon, ritual turns into combat. The ground will shake, dust will rise, and the fight for dominance will begin. Before the violence begins, wild stallions perform a ritual, an ancient dance of dominance. It is as much about intimidation as it is about physical strength. Each move is a message, a warning, and a test of courage. The stallions face off, muscles tense, eyes locked. They snort loudly, paw the ground, and lash their tails in agitation. Their screams echo across the plains, not just to each other, but to the herd watching closely. Every mare, every foal, and every rival is listening. Circling begins. Each stallion sizes the other up, searching for weakness, measuring confidence. Sometimes, the ritual ends here. If one stallion senses defeat, he may retreat without a fight. But when neither backs down, the display escalates. Rearing is the next stage. Hooves slash the air, striking the ground with thunderous force. Teeth snap in warning, ears flatten tight against their heads. The tension is unbearable, every second a question. Who will move first? These ritualized displays are more than theatrics. They are a way to conserve energy, to test resolve, and to ensure that only the bravest and strongest are willing to cross into true combat. When ritual ends, combat begins. In an instant, the calm before the storm erupts into chaos. Two stallions crash together with the force of warriors, hooves striking, teeth tearing, muscles straining with every move. This is not just a fight, it is a test of survival. They rear high, slamming down with bone-rattling force. Bites aim for the neck, chest, and flanks, vulnerable spots that can cripple a rival. Hooves lash out, sending dust flying into the air. Every strike has meaning, to dominate, to wound, or to drive the other into submission. The battle is not random. Each stallion knows the stakes and fights with calculated ferocity. One tries to push the other backward, forcing him away from the herd. The other retaliates, lunging forward, determined not to yield. The herd scatters in alarm, mares and foals running to a safe distance, but all eyes remain locked on the duel. The fight can last seconds or drag on for long, punishing minutes. Blood may be drawn, but often, endurance decides the victor. The stallion who can outlast, overpower, and outmaneuver his rival will claim the ultimate prize, dominance. In every battle, there must be a loser. For the defeated stallion, the cost of defeat is devastating. His body may be covered in wounds, bites, cuts, and bruises that tell the story of his struggle. But the deeper wounds are not physical. They are the loss of pride, power, and purpose. When a stallion loses, he also loses his herd. The mares he once protected are now claimed by the victor. The foals he fathered may still follow, but their future bloodline now rests in the hands of another. For a wild stallion, this is not just a loss, it is exile. The defeated often retreats into the bachelor bands, joining other outcast males. There, he must heal, regain strength, and wait for another chance. Some never return to power, living the rest of their days as wanderers. Others rise again, more determined, wiser, and fiercer than before. Defeat is brutal, but it is also part of the cycle. For the wild stallion, every loss is a lesson, every scar a reminder. And in the untamed world of survival, even the fallen know one truth: opportunity always waits on the horizon. For the stallion who emerges victorious, the rewards are immense. Victory is more than survival. It is dominance, legacy, and the right to lead. As the dust settles, the herd instinctively recognizes his strength. The mares gather around him, seeking the protection only a proven leader can provide. With his rival driven away, the victorious stallion now commands territory, resources, and, most importantly, a family. His genes will pass on to the next generation, securing his bloodline and strengthening the herd. Each foal born under his watch is a living testament to his triumph in battle. But victory comes with responsibility. The stallion must remain ever vigilant, for challenges will return, and the cycle will repeat. Every triumph paints a target on his back, inviting rivals eager to test his strength. His reward, then, is not a peaceful reign but a constant struggle to maintain his hard-earned power. Still, for this moment, he stands tall, chest heaving, manner wild in the wind, eyes sharp with pride. The land, the mares, and the legacy are his. In the wild, victory is fleeting, but in that fleeting moment, it is everything. The clash of stallions is never just between two rivals. It ripples through the entire herd. Mares and foals, who scatter during the chaos, must quickly adjust to the outcome. When a new stallion rises to power, the herd structure shifts dramatically. For the mares, the change can bring both stability and uncertainty. A strong, proven stallion offers protection, leadership, and access to vital resources like grazing grounds and water. But in some cases, the transition is violent. New stallions may attempt to drive out or even eliminate foals sired by their predecessor, ensuring only their own bloodline survives. It is a harsh reminder that nature's balance is often unforgiving. For foals, these changes are confusing and dangerous. Some adapt and remain with the herd, while others may be separated, forced to grow up faster than intended. Yet, the survival of the herd depends on this constant cycle of renewal. Only the strongest leaders endure, and only the fittest foals thrive. The herd, as a whole, emerges altered but resilient. The fight of stallions is not just a battle for dominance. It is the shaping force of the wild horse family. In the wild, the rise and fall of stallions is an endless cycle. No victory lasts forever, and no leader remains unchallenged. A stallion may dominate his herd for months or years, but younger, stronger, or more cunning rivals are always waiting. Nature ensures that power is never stagnant and that only the fittest endure. This cycle of challenge, conflict, and renewal serves a critical purpose. It maintains genetic diversity, strengthens the herd, and ensures that only capable leaders guide the mares and foals. Every fight, every victory, every defeat contributes to the health and survival of the herd as a whole. For stallions, life is a constant balance of risk and reward. One moment, they are triumphant leaders, galloping across open plains with their herd in tow. The next, they may be forced into exile, observing from the edges, learning, and preparing for the day they can rise again. Watching this cycle unfold is a powerful reminder of the wild horse's resilience. Strength, strategy, and instinct govern their lives, and in every clash, the rhythm of the wild continues, unbroken and eternal. Watching wild stallions fight teaches us more than just the rules of survival. It offers lessons about leadership, resilience, and the balance of life. Each battle is a reminder that strength alone is not enough. Strategy, timing, and endurance are just as important. Leadership, as we see in the wild, is earned, not assumed. The stallion who commands respect does so through courage, consistency, and the ability to protect and guide his herd. Even in defeat, there is a lesson. Patience, adaptation, and perseverance are critical to returning stronger. We also see the importance of community. The herd survives because individuals understand their roles and cooperate, even amid chaos. Stallions may fight, but their actions ensure the survival of the mares and foals, the continuation of life, and the stability of the group. For humans, these lessons resonate. Strength without wisdom, courage without patience, or independence without connection can lead to failure. In nature, as in life, balance is key. Wild stallions remind us that every challenge shapes us, every setback teaches us, and every victory carries responsibility. As we've witnessed, the life of a wild stallion is a constant balance of power, survival, and instinct. From breathtaking battles to the quiet moments of leadership and care, these incredible animals teach us about courage, resilience, and the natural rhythms of life. If you've enjoyed stepping into this untamed world, there's so much more to discover. On this channel, we explore the hidden lives of wild horses, the mysteries of herd behavior, and the awe-inspiring moments that only nature can provide. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you never miss a story from the wild. Your support helps us continue bringing these amazing journeys to life and allows you to witness the beauty